Hi there, Joshua here. Now when I was at school, my teacher said to me, she said, what's 30 divided by 6, she said. I said, I don't know. She said, well, how many times can you take away 6 from 30? I said, as many times as I like, and I end up with 24 every time. Let's start the lesson. Right, so today I'm going to be multiplying and dividing by 10, 100 and 1,000. Now I've got a place value sort of grid to help with the different place value columns, like the units column, the tens column, the hundreds column, the thousands column, and then a decimal point, and then after the decimal point you've got the fraction columns, like the tenths column, the hundredths column, and the thousandths column. So I'm going to start with multiplications. I'm going to do these multiplications, and I'm going to use the grid to help. So the first one is 34 times 10. So let's put 34 on the grid. So 34 is 3 tens and 4 units. So I put a 3 in the tens column and a 4 in the units column, and I'm going to multiply it by 10. Now it's quite easy to multiply a number by 10 because all you do is you just move all the digits one place to the left. So you move all the digits one column to the left. So the 3 will move from the tens column to the hundreds column. And the 4 will move from the units column to the tens column. And you need a 0 here to fill the gap because there are no units anymore. So the answer is 340. So when you multiply by 10, you just move all the digits one place to the left. You could think of the 3 tens becoming 3 hundreds if you like when you multiply by 10. And the 4 units becoming 4 tens. When you move a digit one place to the left, its value becomes 10 times greater. Let's do 5.7 times 10. So 5.7, is 5 units and 7 tenths. Let's put that in the grid, 5.7 times 10. So I need to move the digits one place to the left. So the 5 will move from the units column to the tens column. And the 7 will sort of keep with it. It'll move up one place and move to the units column. So the answer is 57. 0.325 times 10. So no units and then 3 digits after the decimal point. So 0.325 times 10. So I need to move the digits one place to the left to multiply by 10. So we've got a 0 here, but it just means there are no units, so I can sort of ignore that number because there's nothing in that column. Now the 3 tenths, the 3 in the tenths column moves to the units column. And the other digits will move one place and they'll move up with the 3, so the 2 will be here and the 5 will be here. So the digits move together, so they sort of stay next to each other in the same order. So the answer is 3.25. Right, let's multiply by 100 now. 24 times 100, so I'll just put 24 in the grid. So 24 multiplied by 100. Now 100 is just 10 times 10. So when you multiply by 100, it's the same as multiplying by 10 and then multiplying by 10 again. Now when you multiply by 10, the digits move one place to the left. So that means that when you multiply by 100, the digits move 2 places to the left. So it's like multiplying by 10 2 times in a row. So we need to move the digits 2 places to the left. So the 2 in the tens column moves 2 places to the thousands column. The 2 tens become 2 thousands if you like. And the 4 in the units column moves with it sort of to the hundreds column. And we need 2 zeros here to fill the gaps because there are no tens and no units. So the answer is 2,400. Right, 35.61. Let's multiply that by 100. So 35.61 times 100. Again, all the digits move 2 places to the left, and they'll all move up together. So the 3 moves 2 places to the thousands column, and then the 5 will be here, the 6 here, and the 1 here. They all move 2 places together, so they stay next to each other in the same order. So the answer is 3,561. 6.04 times 100. 6.04 times 100 So got to move the digits 2 places to the left again. So the 6, where will that go? Well, it goes 2 places into the hundreds column. Now there is nothing in the tenths column. You've got 0 tenths, but the 0 will sort of keep its place in between the 6 and the 4. So you can move it up 2 places to here, and then the 4 will go after it. So the answer is 604. So the digits remain sort of next to each other in the same order. So 604. Right, let's multiply by 1,000 now. Now 1,000 is 10 times 10 times 10. So multiplying by 1,000 is like multiplying by 10 3 times in a row. So when you multiply by 1,000, the digits move 3 places to the left. So it's like multiplying by 10 sort of 3 times. So an easy way to remember how many places the digits move is just the number of zeros. So 1,000 has 3 zeros, so the digits move 3 places to the left. 100 has 2 zeros, so the digits move 2 places to the left, and 10 has 1 zero, so the digits move 1 place to the left. So let's do 2.5 times 1,000. 2.5 times 1,000. You need to move the digits 3 places to the left. So the 2 will move 3 places, 1, 2, 3, to the thousands column. And the 5 will move up with it, 1, 2, 3, to here, into the hundreds column. And we need 2 zeros to fill the gaps. So the answer is 2,500. Right, let's just do one more. 0.407 times 1,000. So 0.407 times 1,000. So there are no units in this number, so I can sort of ignore the 0 at the front. The 4 will move 3 places to the left, so into the hundreds column. And the 0 and the 7 will move with it, also 3 places. So the 0 will end up here, the 7 will end up here. So the answer is 407. So that's how you multiply by 10, 100 and 1,000. Right, so let's move on to division by 10, 100 and 1,000. So I'm going to start with 630 divided by 10. So 630 divided by 10. Now when you multiply by 10, all the digits move 1 place to the left. Division is the inverse of multiplication, so the opposite process. So when you divide by 10, all the digits are going to move 1 place to the right. So they're going to move 1 place down that way. So the 6 is going to move from the hundreds column to the tens column. The 3 is going to move from the tens column to the units column. And there's nothing in the units column here, so that's it basically. It's just the answer is just 63. I mean, you could move the 0 if you want, and you'd have 63.0, but that's just the same as 63. So all the digits move down 1 place to the right. Let's do 54.1 divided by 10. So 54.1 divided by 10. So we need to move the digits 1 place to the right. So the 5 will move from the tens column to the units column. The 5 tens becomes 5 units, if you like. The 4 moves from the units column to the tenths column. So the 4 units become 4 tenths. And the 1 moves to the hundredths column. So all the digits sort of move together. They move 1 place together, so everything stays, the digits stay next to each other in the same order. So that's the answer is 5.41. Let's do 0.27 divided by 10. So 0.27 divided by 10. Again, there's nothing in the units column, so we can ignore that. I mean, you could move it if you wanted to, but I'm going to ignore it. The 2 in the tenths column moves to the hundredths column, and the 7 moves down with it to there. And we need some zeros to fill the gaps. So a 0 here and a 0 here. The answer is 0.027. Right, let's do some divisions by 100 now. So 2,300 divided by 100. So when you multiply by 100, all the digits move 2 places to the left. So when you divide by 100, they're going to move 2 places to the right. So dividing by 100 is like dividing by 10 and then dividing by 10 again. The 2 is going to move 2 places to the right, so it's going to move 1, 2 to the tens column. And then the 3 is going to move 2 places as well. You could move the zeros, but there's nothing in these columns, so the answer is just 23. Or 23.00, same thing. So the answer to that is 23. So 431 divided by 100. 431 divided by 100. Again, we need to move the digits 2 places to the right. So the 4 is going to move to the units column, 2 places. And everything's going to move down together 2 places. So the 3 and the 1 are going to move with the 4. Everything's going to stay next to each other in the same order. So the answer is 4.31. 0.3 times 100. So 0.3. Sorry, divided by 100. We're doing division. Divided by 100. So again, there's nothing in the units column, so I'm just going to ignore that. And the 3 moves 2 places down to the right. So 1, 2 to the thousandths column. So the answer is 0.003, because we need some zeros to fill the gaps. So that's 0.3 divided by 100 is 0.003. Let's do one more division by 100. 30.7 divided by 100. So 30.7 divided by 100. So again, we're going to move the digits 2 places to the right. So the 3 moves to the 2 places to the tenths column. Now there's nothing in this column, there's nothing in the units column, but the 0 will sort of keep its place between the 3 and the 7 because everything's going to move down together. So the 0 will be here and the 7 will be here. Everything moves down together. I need a 0 to fill this gap. So the answer is 0.307. Let's do a couple of divisions by 1,000. So 6,205 divided by 1,000. So when you multiply by 1,000, if you remember, the digits move 3 places to the left. So dividing by 1,000, they're going to move 3 places to the right. Remember, the number of zeros in 100, in 10 or 100 or 1,000 tells you how many places the digits are going to move. So let's move the digits 3 places to the right. The 6 is going to move from the thousands column, 1, 2, 3, to the units column. And all the other digits are going to move 3 places, so 3 places with it. So the 2 here, the 0 here, and the 5 here. Everything's going to move down together. So the answer is 6.205. And let's just finish off with 23 divided by 1,000. So 23 divided by 1,000, I'll just fit it in here. So the 2 and the 3 are both going to move 3 places to the right. The 2 is going to end up 1, 2, 3 in the hundredths column. And the 3 is going to end up next to it in the thousandths column. So they move down together. And I need a couple of zeros to fill in the gaps. So the answer is 0.023. So that is how you divide by 10, 100 and 1,000. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do some multiplications and divisions by 10, 100 and 1,000 without using the place value grid. So these are the calculations that I'm going to do. I'm going to start with multiplications. Now I'm going to be going quite quickly. So if you'd like a chance to work out the answer for yourself, when I read the question, you can just pause the video. So, right, let's start with 23 times 10. So to multiply by 10, you move all the digits 1 place to the left. So you could imagine a decimal point after the 3, after the units digit. And if you move these digits 1 place to the left, the 2 is going to move to the hundreds column, and the 3 is going to move to the tens column. And there's going to be a gap in the units column, which will need to be filled with a 0. So the answer is 230. 6.24 times 10. So again, the digits move 1 place to the left when you multiply by 10. So the 2 is going to move past the decimal point, and the 4 is going to move to where the 2 is and stay behind the decimal point. So the digits are sort of going to do this. So the answer is going to be 62.4. Just write it over here. 62.4. Right, multiplying by 100, 53.7 times 100. So when you multiply by 100, the digits move 2 places to the left. So it's going to take 1 movement to get the 7 past the decimal point. And that would be 537. And then you need to move the digits 1 more place to the left. So there's going to be a 0 after the 7. So the answer is going to be 5730, 5,730. 0.143 times 100. Again, multiplying by 100, you move the digits 2 places to the left. So 2 of these digits, the 1 and the 4, are going to move past the decimal point, and the 3 is going to remain behind the decimal point, so the answer is going to be 14.3. Right, 0.61 times 1,000. When you multiply by 1,000, all the digits move 3 places to the left. Now it's going to take 2 movements to the left to get the 6 and the 1 past the decimal point. And then if you move the digits one more time, you're going to have a 0 after the 1. So the answer is going to be 610. And finally, 8.3 times 1,000. Again, you need to move the digits 3 places to the left. If you move the digits 1 place to the left, the 3 will move past the decimal point. And then moving the digits 2 more places, they're going to be 2 zeros after the 3. So it's going to be 8300, so 8,300. Right, so let's move on to divisions. Again, remember, as I read out the question, if you'd like to think about the answer yourself before I give you the answer, when I read out the question, you can just pause the video. Right, 530 divided by 10. So to divide by 10, you need to move the digits 1 place to the right. So the 3 is going to move to the units column, and the 5 is going to move to the tens column. So the answer is just going to be 53. 53. You could think of the 0 moving as well if you like, but that would just be 53.0, which is the same as 53. Right, so 14.7 divided by 10. So again, we've got to move the digits 1 place to the right. So the 4 is going to move past the decimal point. The 1 is going to go where the 4 is and stay in front of the decimal point. So the answer is going to be 1.47. 240 divided by 100. So when you divide by 100, you need to move the digits 2 places to the right. You can imagine the decimal point here. So 2 of these digits, the 4 and the 0, are going to move past the decimal point. The 2 is going to stay in front of the decimal point. So the answer is going to be 2.40 or just 2.4, same thing, 2.4. 30.6 divided by 100. Well, again, the digits are going to move 2 places to the right. So the 3 and the 0 are both going to move past the decimal point. So the answer is going to be 0.306. Right, 247 divided by 1,000. Now when you divide by 1,000, all the digits move 3 places to the right. So you can imagine the decimal point here after the units digit, after the 7. So if you move the digits 3 places to the right, all 3 digits are going to move together past the decimal point. So the answer is going to be 0.247. 0.247. And 14.61 divided by 1,000. Again, we need to move the digits 3 places to the right. It's going to take 2 movements to the right to get the 1 and the 4 past the decimal point, and you'd have 0.1461. And then if you move the digits 1 more place to the right, there's going to be a 0 immediately after the decimal point. So the answer is going to be 0.01461. Right, I'm just going to do 2 more to finish off, slightly different ones. Let's do just 1 multiplication and 1 division. 6.4 times 10,000. Now we haven't done multiplying by 10,000 this lesson, but it's really the same as all the others. If you notice, 10,000 has 4 zeros. That just means that 10,000 is 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. So 4 tens multiplied together. So when you multiply a number by 10,000, all the digits move 4 places to the left. So what's the answer to this one going to be? It's going to take 1 movement to the left to get the 4 past the decimal point. You'd have 64. And then we need to move the digits 3 more places to the left. So there are going to be 3 zeros after the 4. So the answer is going to be 64000, 64,000. And the last one to finish off, 847 divided by 100,000. Now 100,000 has 5 zeros. That just means 100,000 is 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. So 5 tens all multiplied together. So when you divide by 100,000, all the digits move 5 places to the right. So what's the answer to this one going to be? Well, again, you can imagine the decimal point after the 7, after the units digit. It's going to take 3 movements to the right to get these digits past the decimal point. You'd have 0.847. And then you need to move the digits another 2 places. So there are going to be 2 zeros immediately after the decimal point. So the answer is going to be 0.00847. That's the end of the lesson. So today I've been multiplying and dividing by 10, 100 and 1,000. Now next lesson I'm going to apply this knowledge to converting units of measurement. So for example going from centimetres to metres, or going from kilograms to grams. To do that you need to be good at multiplying and dividing by 10, 100 and 1,000. So that's going to be next lesson. But for now I'm going to put some questions at the end of this video as always. And you can practice multiplying and dividing by 10, 100 and 1,000 if you like. I'm also going to put the answers after that, so you can pause the video, have a go at the questions, and then look at the answers in that order. Right, here are the questions. Bye.